Hey, good morning. Good morning. I want you to think about a couple of verses in Luke chapter 5 this morning. There in verses 4 and 5, the Bible says, when Jesus had finished speaking, he said to Simon, that would be Peter, put out into the deep water and let down the nets for a catch. And Simon answered, Master, we worked hard all night and we haven't caught anything. But because you say so, I'll let down the nets. Have you ever thought about how hard it must have been for Peter to admit his failure to Jesus? I mean, he was a professional fisherman. And by the way, he was good at it. I mean, that's how he made his living. But sometimes even the pro can fish all night and end up catching nothing. You ever feel that way in life? I mean, you work hard, but your best doesn't feel like it's ever good enough. I mean, sometimes you face things that are out of your control. I mean, you can't control the economy. You can't control other people. You can't control the weather. I mean, you can't control a lot of things, if you're honest, that affect your life. So what are you going to do? What do you do when you've worked hard, tried hard, done what you thought was your very best, but you just don't have the results that you need to have to show for it? Well, let me say this. First of all, you need to let Jesus into your boat. I mean, in other words, you need to make Jesus the center of your life, not just lip service. You really need to let him into your life, into the boat of your life. And then secondly, you need to admit that what you've been doing just isn't working and let him take control. You know, the Bible has a name for admitting that your control or your way isn't working. It's called confession. And that's tough. That's tough. You want to know why it's so tough? Let me give you 3 quick reasons. Number 1, it's tough because of pride. Pride. I mean, we don't want anybody to think that we can't handle it. We don't want anybody to think that we're less son of a man or less of a woman than we've portrayed ourselves as. We want them to think we've always got it together. And we want them to think we can handle everything ourselves 24 hours a day. That's called pride. That's called pride. Secondly, stubbornness. You know, you're unwilling to change your way to do anything. I mean, it's your way or the highway. By the way, did you know the greatest enemy of tomorrow's success is today's success? That's right. Makes us set in our ways. We never want to change. We never want to do things differently. We think that's the only way that will work, the only way that's right. That's called stubbornness. And then thirdly, fear. That's right. Fear gets in our way. I mean, we don't want to admit that we fished all night and we caught nothing. I mean, we're afraid people will think less of us. I mean, that's where the self-image stuff gets in the way. We're afraid we won't look like we got it all together. Well, let me tell you a secret. Nobody has it all together. And by the way, everybody else knows that you don't. And so you need to admit that. You see, we get afraid to let Jesus into the boat because he might steer us a direction that we just don't want to go. Hey, isn't it time that we confessed that some things that aren't working the way we do them, and we let go of our pride, our stubbornness, and our fear, and we allowed Jesus into the boat of our life, and we let him take control of our lives? Would you do that, my friend? Would you let Jesus take control? God bless you. I'm going to pray that you'll allow Jesus in the boat of your life today. God bless you.